It's not a lie, if you believe it.
I'm George Santos, and I approve this message.
George, you're doing so well in your private sector job. Why are you going to go to Congress? I say, you know why? Because I've learned so much in my private sector job. I was able to grow as an individual.
Questions about whether his mother was inside the World Trade Center during 9/11. Claims he stole thousands of dollars meant for a veteran's dying service dog.
Lying about getting a degree from Baruch College, claimed to have worked for Citigroup and Goldman Sachs.
That he survived an assassination attempt.
I manage a $1.5 billion fund, right?
Fabricated his ties to the Holocaust.
My heritage is Jewish. I've always identified as Jewish. I was raised a practicing Catholic. I'm Jewish. Remember, I was raised Catholic.
2/3 voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted, and a motion to reconsider is laid upon the table. The clerk will notify the governor of the state of New York of the action of the House.
George Santos is out. The now former Republican congressman from Long Island was expelled from the U.S. House of Representatives less than an hour ago. A special election will now take place.
History in the making. This is the first time Congress has expelled a member without a conviction. That's right, and many people thought the vote wouldn't happen, or they were unsure of whether or not it would be passed. That's because this was the third go-around, but at the 11th hour, Congresswoman Stefanik was trying to talk to other members of Congress to sway their vote, but it didn't work. This third go-around, 311 to 113, Santos was expelled. Many people wonder why this go-around they had the votes. Well, it came after the bombshell House Ethics Committee report that accused Santos of breaking federal law. The report revealed they had proof he duped donors and used campaign cash to fund his lavish lifestyle. Now the former congressman also faces a 23 federal count indictment. He was seen leaving without stopping before the speaker gavelled and read the vote this morning. Yesterday he said he wouldn't stand by quietly, but now he has no choice but to leave. This vote is historic as it's the first time Congress expelled a member based on indictments alone. Santos said it would set a terrible precedent.
All of the work I've done in this body has been above board. Nobody can actually question my ethics and my conduct in Congress, unlike some of my colleagues who are on drunken tirades going after their former staff. But I'm the one being pinned for all of this nonsense.
Don't you have any concerns about his conduct? I mean, all the allegations, the criminal charges, he's admitted to lying about so much of his life. I mean, why should he be walking around here going to classified briefings and the like?
To say that anybody in Congress can cast stones, I mean, we're a bunch of sinners, and that's basically what we all are.
Okay, fair enough.
Every member expelled in history of this institution has been convicted of crimes or Confederate turncoats guilty of treason. Neither of those apply to me, but here we are. On what basis does this body feel that precedent must be changed for me? An American citizen, duly elected to represent the 3rd District of New York. I have been convicted of no crimes, Mr. Speaker. My loyalty to this country that gave me life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is true and unquestionable.
I myself have been a victim of George Santos and as well as other members of Congress in terms of defrauding through public donations. I had received an ethics complaint from the FEC, which I had to spend tens of thousands to defend myself. You, sir, are a crook. I know I should direct my comments to the chair. I yield back.
Mr. Speaker, hypocrisy, as I mentioned. My colleague wants to come up here, call me a crook. Same colleague who's accused of being a woman beater. Are we really going to ignore the facts that we all have passed and we all have the media coming out against us on a daily basis?
Whatever Mr. Santos did with Botox or OnlyFans is far less concerning to me than the indictment against Senator Menendez, who's holding gold bars inscribed with Arabic on them from Egypt while he is still getting classified briefings today. But he's not getting thrown out of the Senate. He's getting classified briefings under indictment for bribery. But what? Because Santos was buying Botox and OnlyFans, we got to throw him out?
You changing the locks? Yes, sir.
The reality of it is it's all theater. It's theater for the cameras, it's theater for the microphones, it's theater for the American people at the expense of the American people because no real work's getting done.